Fall 2021 #Flowers in Bloomington, a brighter side of Memphis, brought to you by the Mossberg Research Institute at the Memphis University Press. Chapter 4. Fourth flower, Delta, the royal sunflower. Being known by more is the sunflower of the genus Helianthus comprises of about 70 species. These annual and perennial flowers are the larger of those in the daisy family. There are 3 South American species, but the Helianthus is native to North and Central America. What we know as the common sunflower refer to the annual species Helianthus annuus, where its rounded petals with its ligules make it resemble the sun more so than any other plant. They are cultivated in temperate and some tropical regions for human consumption of cattle and poultry. They are also used as ornamental plants, typically growing during in summer and early fall with a peak at midsummer, unless growing in houses where light exposure can be monitored and controlled. The Helianthus have several species that are grown in gardens. Having a tendency to grow rapidly, they tend to be considered aggressive. However, the Helianthus verticillata was put on an endangered species list in 2014. This world sunflower is now protected by the Endangered Species Act due to the persistence of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. They are threatened by industrial forestry as well as pine plantations in Tennessee, Georgia, and Alabama. Growing to 1.8 meters, they are primarily grown wild in the woodlands by creeks and prairie areas that are moist or at least damp. Originating in the Americas, sunflowers were first domesticated in present-day Mexico and the southern part of the United States. 4,000 years ago, domesticated sunflower seeds in what is now Mexico. It wasn't until the 1500s that the first breeds from crops were brought by European explorers home from the Americas. By way of European explorers, the flower made it to Europe and from there to Russia. The Russians, who would cultivate the flower and industrialize the seed into an oil, and reintroduce it to Europeans and ultimately Americans. It wasn't until after the Russian reintroduction in the mid-20th century that America began.